10 Habits of Successful Students. 1. Get organized. Making a plan for what you're going to do and when you're going to do it will make sure you're always ahead of the curve, literally. At the Department of Engineering department we are committed strongly to student success. We also believe that the vast majority of successful students achieve their success by developing and applying effective study habits. The following are the top 10 study habits employed by highly successful students. So if you want to become a successful student, don't get discouraged, don't give up, just work to develop each of the study habits below and you'll see your grades go up, your knowledge increase and your ability to learn and assimilate information improve. 2. Don't multitask. Studies have shown that multitasking is physically impossible. Successful students schedule specific times throughout the week when they are going to complete their studying, and then they stick with their schedule. Students who study sporadically and whimsically typically do not perform as well as students who have a set study schedule. 3. Divide it up. Studying isn't fun to begin with, and forcing yourself through a study marathon will only make it worse. Dividing your work into manageable chunks and rewarding yourself when you finish each chunk will make studying more fun. 4. Sleep. Don't underestimate the importance of those 8 hours of ZCCs every night. Getting a good night's rest will sharpen your focus and improve your working memory. Once you have completed the most difficult work, it will be much easier to complete the rest of your work. Believe it or not, starting with the most difficult work will greatly improve the effectiveness of your study sessions and your academic performance. 5. Set a schedule. Do you work better right after school or after you've eaten dinner? Are you more productive in 90-minute blocks or half-hour spurts? Find a schedule that works for you and stick to it. When you study at the same time each day and each week, your studying will become a regular part of your life. You'll be mentally and emotionally more prepared for each study session and each study session will become more productive. 6. Take notes. Taking notes will not only keep you more engaged during class but will also help you narrow down what you need to study when exam time rolls around. It's much easier to reread your notes than to reread your entire textbook. Simply studying without direction is not effective. You need to know exactly what you need to accomplish during each study session. Before you start studying, set a study session goal that supports your overall academic goal, i.e. memorize 30 vocabulary words in order to ace the vocabulary section on an upcoming Spanish test. 7. Study. This one might be obvious, but did you know that there's a right and a wrong way to study? Review your material several days ahead of time, in small chunks, and in different manners. For example, write flashcards one day and take practice tests the next. In other words, you don't cram. When you are disturbed while you are studying, you 1. Lose your train of thought and 2. You get distracted, both of which will lead to very ineffective studying. Before you start studying, find a place where you won't be disturbed. 8. Manage your study space. Find a place that will maximize your productivity. Look for places away from the television and other distractions. Whether it's your local library or just the desk in your bedroom, set aside a study space that you'll want to spend time in. 9. Find a study group. Sitting down with a group of people who are learning the same things as you is a great way to go over confusing class material or prepare for a big test. You can quiz each other, reteach material, and make sure that everyone is on the same page. After all, teaching someone else is the best way to learn. 10. Ask questions. You're in school to learn, so don't be afraid to do just that. Asking for help, from a teacher, a tutor, or your friends, is a surefire way to make sure you truly understand the material. Ever heard the phrase, 2 heads are better than 1? Well, this can be especially true when it comes to studying. Working in groups enables you to 1. Get help from other students when you are struggling to understand a concept, 2. Complete assignments more quickly, and 3. Teach others, whereby helping both the other student and yourself to internalize the subject matter. However, study groups can become very ineffective if they are not structured and if group members come unprepared. Effective students use study groups effectively. Successful students review what they have learned during the week over the weekend. This way they are well prepared to continue learning new concepts at the beginning of each week that build upon previous coursework and knowledge acquired the previous week. We are confident that if you will develop the habits outlined above, that you will see a major improvement in your academic success.